Is it worth buying the Age of Sigmar 4th edition launch box, Skaventide as a beginner, assuming you're actually interested in the box? If you're a beginner, you probably fall into one of two categories: the I have never played, built, and painted minis for a tabletop miniature wargame, and the I have done one of those three things. If this is your very first step into tabletop miniature wargaming, I would actually suggest skipping the Skaventide box and pursuing cheaper alternatives for you to dip your toes into the hobby. As AOS is separated into three different stages, there's the building and painting, generally known as the hobby aspects, and then there is playing the game. There is a chance that you spend $265 on the Skaventide box and then even more on painting supplies just to learn that after painting your second of 40 clan rats that you absolutely cannot stand painting. If that is a risk you're willing to take, then absolutely purchase the Skaventide and, have a field day. If not, there are cheaper ways to start Warhammer. My next video will be on this very subject, so stay tuned for that, or if you're in the future, check the pinned comment. If you're not a complete beginner to miniature wargaming or Warhammer in general and you're interested in the box, then the next question is, where are you currently with your hobby and funds? If you have a large amount of unfinished hobbying to do, then maybe 74 more models in some terrain isn't the best way forward. This should also go without saying, but if you cannot afford it, don't buy the Skaventide box. You shouldn't go into debt for Warhammer. If you know you're interested in the minis and will enjoy the building, painting, and or playing the game, then absolutely go ahead and buy the box. If you decide AOS isn't for you, then you can always sell the books and still enjoy the hobby aspects of AOS. You don't need to play the game for the box to be worth it for you. The same can be said if you're only interested in one of the two factions in Skaventide, like Skaven or the Stormcast. You can always split it with a friend who is perhaps interested in the other side of the box than you are, or maybe you go ask people at your local game store if they'll split it with you. There's also a large aftermarket scene for Warhammer, so you can sell the faction you're not interested in on sites like eBay if that's easier than finding someone to split it with you. Leave a comment if you believe I missed any considerations, and let me know if you're going to be purchasing the Skaventide box or already pre-ordered it and why.